Bald guy in the Bay. Let's talk about the housing market. So I was on the phone with a prospective buyer a few nights ago. I had a great conversation with him. And he asked me, Isaac, are we in a buyer's market? His concern, for context, was the crash. His line of thinking was that if we're in a buyer's market, it means we are headed to a crashing and burning market. As I set the context, I'll answer both questions. Are we in a buyer's market? Yes, in short. Are we headed to a crashing and burning market? I don't think so. You see, even though inventory is sort of rising, we're sort of in a wonky spot in the market. You see, even now, interest rates are lower than where they were a few months ago. That sucker peaked at like 8%. And now we're seeing low sixes, even high fives. I've seen high fives. But with elections coming up, it makes us curious as to what is going to happen in the coming market. But let's talk about it. What does it mean to be in a buyer's market? The best explanation I have is that currently there are more homes to sell than there are buyers to buy. We're in sensitive times when it comes down to the economy. There's an election coming up with a lot of promises being made. So what do we do with this information? Well, this is what I'm telling a lot of my buyers. This is what I told my buyer on the phone. To be honest with you, I know that it sounds scary, and the news, the media, they're gonna make it sound scarier than what it is. And I'm not dismissing the fact that it is a curious time. But one thing's for sure, in a buyer's market, it is a really good time to buy. Check this out. Sorry about that. I think I have undiagnosed ADD. Anyways, at this very moment, on August 30th of 2024, where are the opportunities? Well, if you're a buyer, the opportunity is now. At this moment, when we are searching for a home, most of the homes that I've been seeing have been sitting on the market a lot longer than they want to be. Now, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that particular home or homes. I think it more so reflects where people are in their buying process. And I think a lot of people are scared. But using that information, let's take advantage of it. Get pre-approved, start the process of your search for a home. And when it's time to start making offers, the ball is in our court. Make the offer, get some concessions in. You have the potential to use FHA, VA for the minimal to no money down for the down payment. And if you do it right, the concessions is going to pay for all of your closing costs. It's crucial to purchase a home in a buyer's market, especially if you are a first-time home buyer. If you've never bought a home before, I know it's very hard to get your first home. But if that is you, right now is the time. Right now is the time to buy a home. The last thing you want is to be ready in a seller's market. In a seller's market, you're not getting concessions. In a seller's market, you're competing against all the other buyers. We saw what happened in the time of the virus that shall not be named. Interest rates were at like an all-time low. People were submitting offers left and right. It was a war zone. It was very common for listings to get 20 to 30 offers over the asking price. Half of them waiving appraisal contingencies. What? Right now, we're in the exact opposite of that. Right now, listings are having less and less showings. More open houses are being vacant, and a lot more price adjustments happening. All of these things are very normal, especially in a buyer's market. As a realtor, I'm supposed to be able to strategize on both sides, the listings and the buyers. In a seller's market, you will see the worth of a buyer's agent. In a buyer's market, you will see the worth of a seller's agent. We have to strategize for the time that we're in. We're in a buyer's market, and if you're a first-time home buyers, let's do this. Let's do it right now. Because as soon as we hit the seller's market, it's gonna be way more difficult than you think it is. Real estate comes in waves. It comes in waves. And I don't mean to simplify it, but this is kind of something that we have to do, right? In the waves, we have a buyer's market, we have a seller's market. And depending on who you are, you can benefit on either side. All right, I have that out. I am sweating like crazy. If you have any more questions, concerns, let's talk about it. Reach out to your friendly neighborhood bald guy.